Ever feel like payday stretches further and further away the closer you get to it? Maybe an unexpected bill throws a wrench in your budget, or you just need a little extra cash to hold you over. That's where DailyPay comes in, promising access to your already earned wages before your official payday. But with that convenience comes a world of questions. Like, can you just drain your entire paycheck every day? Is there a limit on how often you can tap into those funds? Buckle up, because in today's video, we're diving deep into DailyPay and answering the burning question, how many times can you really take money out? Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's rewind a sec. DailyPay isn't a magic money machine or a loan service. It's essentially an early access program offered by some employers as a voluntary benefit. Here's the gist. As you work throughout your pay period, DailyPay tracks your hours and calculates your estimated earnings, minus taxes and deductions. This creates your available balance, the amount you've technically already earned that you can transfer to your bank account or prepaid card. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Alright, back to the question at hand. How many times can you access your available balance? Here's the catch. DailyPay itself doesn't limit the number of transfers you make in a day. However, there are two key restrictions to keep in mind: transfer limits and available funds. First up, transfer limits. DailyPay has a daily cap on how much money you can move out in a 24-hour period. Currently, that limit sits at $1,000. So, you can't go on a spending spree and drain your entire available balance in one go. This is likely in place to prevent people from accidentally transferring more than they intended or to discourage using DailyPay for frivolous charges. Second, and probably the most important factor, is your available balance itself. Remember, this is the pool of money you've already earned but haven't received in your regular paycheck. You can only transfer what's actually there. So, if you've already accessed a significant chunk of your available balance throughout the week, there might not be much left to transfer, even if you haven't hit the daily cap. Now, there's a slight wrinkle in this whole scenario. DailyPay offers a debit card linked to your account. This card lets you spend your available balance directly, kind of like a prepaid card with constantly refreshing funds. But here's the thing, while the transfer limits don't necessarily apply to using the card directly, there are separate transaction limits for purchases and ATM withdrawals. These vary depending on the transaction type, so it's important to check DailyPay's website or app for the latest details. Let's take a quick breather and recap. DailyPay doesn't have a hard limit on the number of transfers you can make in a day, but there's a daily cap on the total amount you can transfer, $1,000, and, more importantly, you're limited by your available balance. You can only access the money you've already earned. So, the answer to our initial question isn't a simple number. It depends on how much you've earned throughout the pay period and how much of your available balance you've already accessed. You can technically make multiple transfers within the daily limit, but only as long as there are funds in your available balance to cover them. Here's the golden takeaway. DailyPay offers flexibility and control over your earned wages, but it's not a free-for-all. Remember, it's still your money, so use it wisely. Treat DailyPay as a tool to manage your cash flow, not a bottomless well to splurge from. Plan your transfers strategically, keep track of your available balance, and avoid unnecessary fees associated with frequent transfers. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,